Welcome everyone to Atlas Core Learns From, and today we're joined by Dr. Mona Mourshed, who's the founding CEO of Generation. She has decades of experience as a leader in the education and workforce space. She's authored widely, and I'm going to quote the one report and that I'm interested the most to pick up after this interview: how the world's most improved schools systems keep getting better, and how the world's best performing school systems come out on top. Previously, she founded and led McKinsey & Company's global education practice and led McKinsey's global social responsibility agenda. She was selected as one of Fortune magazine's 40 under 40, sits on the boards of Last Mile Health, New America, and an organization that I'm very close to and love, Teach for All, and she's also a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. She has a BA from Stanford and a PhD from MIT. And she holds dual Egyptian and American citizenship. Mona, welcome to Atlas Core Learns From, and I want to jump right into the first question. How do you, as a CEO, with those decades of experience leading organizations, find and keep talent and potential, young, talented potential in people?
So that's a terrific question, and happy to dive right in. I look for two things. One is an intangible, which is just the spark in someone's eye as you're talking to them. And what that spark signifies for me is curiosity, someone who is turned on to whatever it is the topic is, someone who is just engaged and engaging. So that's the intangible part. The other part, though, that I look for is just how they've been able to demonstrate adaptability in the face of new content or adversity, because that kind of a person is going to make it through whatever challenge gets thrown at them. And that's the reality of what it means to be in the workforce or in your life. You just never know what's going to come your way. And the question is how you deal with it when it does.
And the last 2 years have been given us ample opportunity to test that change agility. Is there an anecdote that comes to mind, someone who comes to mind when you think about those potentials?
Yes. There was, actually, I'm going to talk about one of our Generation graduates. This is one in Kenya. So she was born in an orphanage in Nairobi, and had faced a myriad of struggles because of her circumstances, and got an opportunity to enter one of our programs in financial sales, became a top performing financial sales agent at her employer. And then when she earned enough money, she said to herself, you know what? I'm going to go back to that same orphanage. And then she supported 2 other girls there to give them an opportunity, just like the one that she had. And I just thought that was the most beautiful way to pay it forward, if you will, to the next generation. So I always have her in my mind when I think of adaptability and agility.
That's a wonderful example. And building on that, what would be the advice you give to all the young, talented people out there that you as Generation, but also more widely, try to attract?
Multiple things. I mean, one is you never know where a path will take you. I always say, think about what's going to happen over the next 3 months. It's not about what's going to happen over the next 3 years. You just don't know, but just be excited about whatever it is you're doing in that moment, and surround yourself with people who are going to invest in you and coach you, because that's the only certainty that you can have. The other thing I would say is be comfortable with things not turning out the way you thought they would as well, and just really quickly pivot when that happens, because I think often when you are younger and you haven't had as much experience, things become you feel like everything is just absolutely definitive, and that if you stumble here, then that means that everything is a failure. And the reality is that was just an opportunity to learn. That was an opportunity to learn something that didn't work. That's going to help you to figure out what does. So have that perspective earlier on would be my next counsel.
I can tell you're a believer in the it's never as good as it seems, but it's also never as bad as it seems
Yes,
mantra.
absolutely. That's a wonderful mantra.
And lastly, I want to ask you about a fun fact in the Atlas Core tradition, something people may not know about you that would make them smile.
Um, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and she has perfect pitch, and she loves to do mashups. And so constantly when we're in the car, she is mashing up, if there's a song playing, she'll just immediately mash it up with another song. And so I just get this, it's like having a constant DJ sitting next to you, either singing or composing music. So that brings much joy to my life.
Wonderful. It makes you want to be in car rides, I guess.
Yes, absolutely.
Mona, thank you so much for joining us. I look forward to cooperating and partnering and really look forward to working with you and your team in the future.
Many thanks for this conversation, Bichan.